Let's take a look at the altcoins I'm holding in my portfolio for this coming bull run. Hello and welcome to Operation Crypto. If you are new to this channel, please make sure you do like this video and subscribe to my channel, and check out all my socials, which are in the description and my comments below. I'm quite active over on Twitter. So what I want to do today is talk about the altcoins that I am holding. I'm not going to give you the certain amounts that I'm holding, but I just want to run over some of what I am holding, what I potentially think could be great investments to hold from the future. I do think that a lot of projects at current times are very undervalued, and we had a good move this year. A lot have retraced, and we will look at each project on CoinMarketCap, and we'll just have a run over the charts to see what they're currently doing now. So we'll start off with the first one, which is Polkadot. So what I'll do first is get my portfolio up on my phone, and then I'll be able to talk through each one individually that I've got. Like, so I'm not going to talk about the amount, but we'll just start off from top to bottom. So DOT, which is my first one. I've recently bought into DOT. I've been looking at it for a while, probably the last couple of months. Been looking at it on the charts, and I'm expecting it a little bit lower, but I think with Bitcoin rally now, Bitcoin today has jumped up to around $15,000. And I do think that is a major move. I mean, we've not seen these prices for a long time, and I do think at some point alts are going to pretty much follow that on. So I've bought in, about a week ago, so currently sitting in some nice profits at a minute. I mean, Polkadot, which is it's currently ranked number 9 out of all cryptocurrencies that we have listed on CoinMarketCap. Today we are up 6% on trading. We're at $4.37. I think I bought in at around $3.96 or something like that. But we do have a change in supply as well. Polkadot has been around for a while, but pretty much under the radar. It then came to light in August this year that we had a change in supply. The price was at around $300 back then, but the reducer price of a coin by 1,000, or was it 100? But yeah, by 100, and it increased supply. So the supply increased, but the coin price went down. So you didn't lose any value, but it's just different tokenomics, and I think it does help them in their ecosystem for the long run. Just to run over a project here. So it's an open source project founded by the Web3 Foundation, which is a Swiss foundation. DOT token serves 3 distinct purposes. So there's governance over the network, staking, and bonding. Staking, I don't believe it's fully implemented yet, but once it is, and once it's on some solid platforms, I mean, you can do it now, but it's quite awkward. I do think that we need to get some better processes in it for people to stake. You can also stake on Binance. You get quite a good earn at a minute. I think it's around 16%. Personally, I've not done that. I prefer to keep my coins and tokens off the exchanges. What we'll do next, we'll just jump over to the charts and have a look where I bought in, and then, I mean, where it could potentially go. I have some key levels marked up already on my chart. If you want to look at some price analysis of Polkadot, then just jump onto my videos and you will find it there if you do a quick search. So I bought in around, where did I buy in? I think I bought on one of these wicks that came down. I think it must have been around there, around $3.92. Quite a good timing, really. We have been trading in this box, really, between some weekly resistance and some weekly support for a while now. We have rejected off this area at $4.48 once, 2, 3 times now. I do think that if we break out this, which is looking likely, the markets are looking very strong at the minute. If we break above $4.48 and turn back to support, then we're going to push up and do exactly the same as what here. We will then have some daily resistance up at $4.90. So what we need to do is hopefully break through this and flip these to support, and then we can carry on a good move. Long term, I think this is an absolutely solid project. The guy who was in charge of it used to be, I think he was a co-founder at Ethereum, and I do think this could be a rival to Ethereum, especially with the Polkadot ecosystem, building your own projects like they do with Ethereum on the ERC20 chain, and Polkadot will have their own version of that, and I think it will be scrutinized a lot more. Long term, we know that Ethereum hit several hundred billion market cap, and I do think the same again. I really do think this can be a massive influence in the future, and I do think that short term, if we get above, and I think $10 and $20 will be quite reasonable targets in my opinion, over the next potentially 3 to 6 months, as long as the markets carry on what they're doing. I do think that, I mean, we're very undervalued. I'm going to say that about all these projects that I talk about now. I do think that we're very undervalued. From yearly highs, a lot of projects have done a 61% retracement if you look at this here. And I do think it's prime buying time. I mean, we've bounced off this area several times. It's not wanting to go lower. The only thing that will make this lower go lower is a massive Bitcoin dump. But even a massive one now, I think it's out of the frame. We're currently trading at $15,500, and it's just not looking like it's going to stop. We might get a correction, but I can't pretty much see it's going anywhere below 10k again. So alts are going to look strong. We need to get a pullback on BTC really, and then alts can push. But Polkadot itself, I do think is an absolutely solid long-term investment. So that's Polkadot. I've bought in at around here, $3.90. Hopefully we can flip this area to support and then push on. But yeah, I do think $10 is a first major target. I've not got up on my chart. I know it seems a long way off here, but I mean, it's only, what's that, about 120% rise. If you just look at that as a price rise. From current prices up to $10, you're talking 130% price rise, so that's nothing really in cryptocurrency, and I do think that will happen. Once we get up there, I'm going to start doing some more in-depth technical analysis. We will have a lot more data to play with. So that's Polkadot. Next, I'm going to jump on to, what have we got next on my portfolio? VChain. We'll have a look at VChain on CoinMarketCap now. VChain is actually one of my more favourite projects. Again, I bought in recently. I was holding a while back, but then I sold for a little bit of profit, which was nice. I didn't think the market was going to come down. It didn't give, but I've bought back in now. I mean, look at the price today. We are 8% up. We're on a good move. We're back above 1 cent, which is crucial. I think we lost that level and it was looking like we're going to drop down. But VChain is, like I say, it's one of my favourites. The one thing that makes it special for me is those partnerships that we have. We have they target a lot of sectors and a lot of industries. One being the China Walmart partnership, where when food is produced at factory level, it is given a unique code on a blockchain, and that therefore works as a tracking system. So pretty much from the day the food is produced to the day it's consumed, it is tracked entirely all the way through the system, from the warehousing, the shop floor, everywhere to the consumer. Everything is traced, and I do think that is something massive that the industry can use it to its benefit. We also then have vehicle passports, which is again BMW and Renault. They've got great partnerships here, and the vehicle passport is kind of like your vehicle's logbook and its paperwork. We always have them. We shove in as glove boxes, and we save all the documentation, the MOT certificates, the tax certificates. It's all a load of unnecessary paperwork, and what this partnership does and what this vehicle passport does, it keeps everything digital and it keeps it saved on a blockchain, which is massive. It saves a lot of time. It's also good if you want to buy a vehicle second hand, you've got on-hand data of all that vehicle's information in it. It does make you make a better decision to see what's gone on in the vehicle's life and whether it's been maintained and things like that. So it's going to be good. I think that's pretty much a game changer. Those two major partnerships are massive, and that's only pretty much touching the tip of the iceberg. I think VChain has got a lot going for it, and those use cases that come into force are going to be absolutely massive. It does say here that VChain is a blockchain-powered supply chain platform. So supply chain being the key thing there. That's to do with what I said with China Walmart. It did say it begun in 2015 and launched in 2016. VChain aims to use distributed governance and Internet of Things, which is IoT technology, to create an ecosystem which provides some major problems with chain supply management. If we just look at the all-time highs, which are down here, we did hit 2.2 cents, and that was in August this year. Like we say, we a fair bit down from there. If you look at charts here, we drop right down. But VChain, like I say, I've bought at. I'll tell you what, I'll look at the charts in a second. I'll show you where I've bought. I can't exactly see where I've got on my phone somewhere. But we'll jump over to the charts now and have a look a little bit of TA to see where we could go short term. Yeah, I've already got it marked up. So my buy was here at, what price we got there? 0.0093. I've got it marked 62, but I think it was 5.5 there, so I got a nice hold in there. I did buy some, say, down here at some point, and I think I sold it. No, it wasn't, it was further up. I bought some around here, and I managed to sell it in a little bit of profit. We did get some bearish indicators up here, and it just made me sell, so I didn't really make much profit, probably about 5-10%. I watched it come down. I mean, like I say, with all my investments, look at this. 618 retracement level. That is absolutely clinical, and it's happened on a lot of altcoins, especially the ones that I'm holding. So I've bought in there. I managed to scoop some orders up lower, which was nice. Now we're back above 1 cent and back above a 618 level. We are kind of rejecting off the pretty much close to 1.1 cent there, but I think once we turn that to support, then it can push up. All-time highs will be broken at some point. I do think that this is a good 10 cent in this coin over the next 3 to 6 months, which is, I mean, I've got to zoom right far out, but I think we have definitely got a good 10 cent in this long term, should I say. Just go from there up to 10 cent. I mean, 800% price raise, it looks a lot, but I think that will easily happen. First of all, we need to start flipping these levels. Remember, that is uncharted territory. Anywhere above 2.3 cent is absolutely not been there before. So once we start flipping these levels to support the weekly and then finally a monthly, which were all-time highs, then we can start to really get excited and start pushing up to some price discovery moves. So that's VChain. That's just a little bit of analysis there, where I've bought in and where I think it can go in the future. I do think 10 cent will be a massive target, and then once we eventually get to there, we can do some further analysis and have a look at profit taking and things like that. So that's VChain. Next up on my chart, we will move to Zilliqa. Zilliqa, another one of my favourite projects. So we'll jump back to CoinMarketCap now. Zilliqa, which is ticker ZIL, currently ranked 62 out of all cryptocurrencies, and we have a coin price today of 0.018 cent. So that's, well, 1.8 cent there. We are 6.7% up on today's trading. We have a total supply of 13.8 billion, and out of those in circulation we have 10.6 billion. So again, this is up there with VChain. This is one of my favourite projects. Staking got launched last month. It came on to scene with a 44% APY, but as more people are locking it up, then obviously the staking is going to come down. But still, we are getting around 23% in staking rewards. What is also that amount there at 10.6 billion will increase to 13.8 over time. I'm not entirely sure on the amount of time that's going to work and how the staking model works that way, but it is also needs to be known that when you're staking Zilliqa, you can use, I'm currently using Zillion, which is linked up to my ZilPay. When you're staking for the first 2 years, you also get GZIL, which is a governance token. There will be only 700,000 of these minted. So it is a good time. Try and get in while the APY is high, and you will be getting some good GZIL. I'm getting a nice portion of GZIL. One GZIL is currently worth around 2,000 Zilliqa, and that's absolutely awesome. Even if you change now, you'd be in a great profit. So I'm returning a nice amount on staking. Like I say, that went live last month. We also have sharding, which is another great concept. Does it say on this launch somewhere down here? It will do somewhere. Yeah, sharding is a second layer protocol scaling solution. So sharding also is like another word for compartmentalization. So it breaks everything down and stores it into smaller areas. And that's what the blockchain needs. Really, the blockchain can be quite a data heavy technology, and breaking it down into smaller parts and fitting it all together, and it is groundbreaking. I do think that Zilliqa is going to be pushing on the forefront of that. It also helps with speed and transactions per second and things like that. So Zilliqa is one of my favourite projects. We've got a great team. We've got Colin at the helm now. He's doing a fantastic job, and I do think that this project is going to be one of the best altcoins around. I do think this is easily a top 10 coin in my opinion, going in the future, especially when we get a major alt move, which, I mean, it looks like we're starting to get a major alt move now, but compared to 2017, that 3-month, 4-month alt season that we had was absolutely massive, and we are overdue, and we've been in a 3-year better trend, and we need some of these alts to start flying. So this is Zilliqa. That's some stats. We'll just jump over to charts again, have a look at where I've bought in and where we could potentially go. Zilliqa doing very, very well at the minute. I sent a tweet out this morning saying Zilliqa's traded within this green box for quite a long time now. I mean, if you go back to May, it's been trading pretty much in this box. We broke out twice, but due to market sentiment, things started to drop again, and probably people taking profits up here. But I do think that the next time we break out, which is coming up soon in my opinion, I do think that we're going to target these yearly highs and start flipping some of these weekly levels of resistance to support. And then finally get out of this pretty much consolidation box that we've been on for a while. I bought in at around, where did I buy in? 1675 I bought in, somewhere back here in towards the beginning of September, getting that pot ready for when we're staking. So I am staking, like I said before, and returning some good rewards. First level to pretty much target is this monthly resistance at 2.1 cent. If we break that and then turn back to support and start pushing up, then we've got to focus on these levels. All-time highs, I'm not sure if I'm marked up. Yeah, I have. No, not my first target, so that is a good target there. All-time highs are up at 23 cents, so I've already marked it up there. They will be broken, in my opinion, at some point. This, again, has got so much going on for it. We do have a potential yield farming coming up soon. We've got an Ethereum bridge to ZilSwap, so soon you will be able to trade Ethereum projects on the ZilPay on the website, which again is pretty much Zilliqa's DEX, a place for them to trade. That's where you can buy Zilliqa, for example, as well. What we need to do is flip these areas. I've got my first target of 5 cent. I do think that's very, very easily achievable. We've got a lot more going on with projects now than we did back at the all-time highs, which was, I think it was around April, I would say, in 2018. It was a very random time for a project to get an all-time high. Most did it towards the beginning of that year. But I do think that this is going to solve a lot of problems on blockchain. And in my opinion, this is quite a bold statement, but I do think that all-time highs will be broken easily. I think this is a top 10 project. I mean, like I say, if you zoom out, you think, whoa, that's a long way to go. I mean, look at 23 cent is absolutely miles away. But like I say, things in cryptocurrency, once they get going and start moving, then you're pretty much left in the dust. So I think now is a very, very good time to buy, in my opinion. If for some unfortunate reason the market shits its pants and Donald Trump starts coming back into power, which is looking very unlikely at the minute, then the markets could turn sour, potentially get some buy orders in down at 1.5 cent, but things are looking up at the minute, and I do think that we need to start flipping these areas to support, and we are massively overdue in alt season, so bring on the alt season and bring on some all-time highs across all these projects. I do think it's what, if you've been in cryptocurrency since I have in 2016-17, we need that bull run again. We've been in a downtrend and we really need to see some action again, because it is getting exciting now and people want to start earning some money. Then finally, I'm not going to go through any TA or in-depth analysis on all these, but I'm going to just run over what else I hold, which is making my portfolio up. So I'm holding some UTrust, which is UTK, which is on quite a good rise recently. I mean, what have we on now today? We have up 6%. We've done some, we have done a good rise over the last few days. We had the app release, which is massive. There's something called reverse staking on UTrust. So that enables you to pretty much collect cash back from anything that you do on a platform. So you will have a card, a bit like Crypto.com. Whenever you spend in stores or your utility bills or anything, you get, I think it's around 1% cash back. On the app, if you're trading, if you're buying projects, you're selling projects, you get cash back on that as well. So that's how reverse staking works. And you will receive a certain amount in proportion to what you spend. So that is UTrust. I've just got the app. We've got an app called Hold. So if you go into the App Store or Google Play Store, you will find it there. Next up, I have SNTVT, which is Sentivate. Again, this is a very low cap project. Like currently we are on 17 million market cap. It is to be made aware, 25% up today, I didn't realise that. That's massive. It is also to be made aware, we've currently got 4.2 billion SNTVT, but that will be dropping, it will be decreasing by 1,000. That's when their mainnet goes live. It is currently an ERC20 token. A lot of projects do start off like that. For example, Tron started off that before it went into Tron Network, and Centivate is a project that is aiming to speed up the web, basically. We all know that the web, what we use nowadays is slow and it is quite unscalable, really, and it does need to be enhanced, and this is what Centivate are aiming to achieve. So I do think that this is now a really, really good point. I mean, $17 million in a market cap is pretty much nothing compared to some of these projects now, and I do think that once the eyeballs get on this project, it's really, really going to start flying. Once a mainnet is published, I think it's really, really going to make a move. It is also, like I say, Centivate will be having a mainnet, and it will be changing to a currency VAT, which is VIAT. There will be a swap, but that is yet to be announced. I do believe that mainnet possibly might be going live in December. And we also have another exchange listing this month, which is yet to be announced. All-time highs, if we just scroll down, was 0.011 cents, and that was in September of this year. So back then on the charts, if you look at it. But I do think that's a good old, it's a low cap. I do like a low cap project. Next one is Avido. You may not have heard about this. This is even less. I mean, look at the market cap on this. 286,000. That's ridiculous. So Avido is a project that is a little bit like Ticketmaster. It is a place where you can buy tickets or events, but as a performer and a director, you can also organise events using the marketplace that they've built. They've built a B2B and a B2C marketplaces, which, like I say, event organisers can use to create events and cut out a lot of middlemen, cut out a lot of fees. And then we have the part of it, which is the ticket sales and event organisation, which is, again, massive. Very much on the radar, like I said. We've got quite a small supply, 17.7 million. This is currently an ERC20 token, and it will also be having a main net. There's another token called Locktrip, which is a travel blockchain. Their blockchain is currently in testnet, I believe, and they will be publishing that next year. So when that blockchain is out, Avido will be using their blockchain. But I'm really, really bullish about this project. We have had an all-time high at 43 cents. We're currently at 2 cents. I do think that once this gets going and getting some traction, and like this year, we've had a pandemic and events industry has been pretty much fucked over, so I do think that once it starts kicking in, more people will get eyes on a video, and I do think that it will start to push up and be quite a well-known project in the space. Let's see what else I've got before we finish off. I've got some Falcon. Falcon project is it's a yield farming project. It's also a privacy blockchain in the works. If I can just get up now, let's have a look at that. Yep, that's currently up today as well. FNT, so that again ERC20 token, but it will have a dual blockchain, so it'll have the Ethereum blockchain and it will also have a privacy blockchain. So if you want to send any of your funds completely anonymously, that will allow you to do that. It is a good project. You can also earn staking rewards by what you do is you actually use the engine system here, and you lock a card away which is worth a certain amount, like a collectible or NFT. You lock a certain amount of FNT away, and every 90 days you do receive rewards from locking them up. Currently I'm locked up quite a few and I'm earning some good money back on them. So that is the Falcon project. That is pretty much my portfolio. I do have around 3 or 4 more which are even more high risk than them, which I'm not going to tell you about it because it'd be fucking carnage if some of them had dropped. So you've got to have a few high riskers in there. So that is my portfolio. That is just a brief analysis on each one. Some may work out, some may not, and that's just the way it works. That's why I try and do a bit of diversification and get as many as I like to, especially ones that I can monitor. I don't want to have 100 projects because I won't be able to monitor them all, whereas I've got around 10 projects probably maximum, and I think that is quite easily to be managed. So that will do it for today's video. If you have any questions about the projects I've been talking about, please drop a question in the comments below. Also, please make sure you do like this video and subscribe to my channel. and I'll catch you next time.